Get right into the first match, and it is JetLaw's Paladin against Kap9's Priest.
So we got the good old Murloc Paladin versus your Mind Blast Priest. I feel like Murloc Paladin should be favored because it just hits hard and hits fast before really the Priest can get off the floor, get off the ground. But you know, good dust breakers.
The dust breakers are definitely going to be key for this matchup. Hopefully, Kap9 is able to get those. If he does, and he'd have a pretty good chance of keeping the board the way he wants. So we will definitely see. So unfortunately, Kap9 does not get any dust breakers for his opening hand. He does pick up the Northshire Cleric though, which is a very good turn one drop. So.
And as we see, JetLaw does have 2 1-mana drops. It's either you're going to play Argent or...
Seems like he's going to go right into the Knife Juggler.
Put this apple on your head.
Wow, he's starting off strong. He's like, you're going to have to stop it. That was so fast. I don't even think the game caught up. Oh, there's a Dustbreaker.
And there's the Dustbreaker right there. And it's going to be very key for the Dustbreaker a little bit later on, especially since he got the Twilight Drake, so he's able to use it. Oh, he got the juggle. Is he going to...
The light dims.
Ooh, he got the next juggle. And he didn't really need that second juggle. I mean, it would have been nice to go face with that one, but now he's debating where does he want to take out the Northshire Cleric or does he want to go face? And I'm thinking that he would probably
just go face.
He's just going to go face.
He's going to make him heal to get another card. Well, I mean, not make him heal, but heal is probably the best play.
Well, that's what Kap9 is going to do. He's going to heal the Cleric, get another card in hand. It's the Master Spell.
That Cleric has paid for itself, and then some.
That Cleric is definitely putting in some work right now. So, yeah, JetLaw picked up the Hydrologist. It looks like he's going to play the Bless Maul, give your minions +1 attack. He's going to take out the Northshire Cleric, push. 7 damage to face. And now Kap9's got a decision. He's going to hold that Dustbreaker, or is he going to use the Wild Pyromancer and try to clear a little bit more of this board? And that's exactly what he's going to do. The Wild Pyromancer right into Shadow Visions. Doesn't even flinch. He's straight Psychic Scream. He's like, nope, I don't want anything else. Just Psychic Scream. And it's definitely a perfect card for his control Priest.
Hydrologist. I like that card. It's a cool card. I'm not really sure what he has. There's really not much. There's not going to be much attacking going on, so I guess you take...
So he picked up Hidden Wisdom. And that secret is after your opponent plays 3 cards, you're able to draw 2 cards.
I feel like that could actually probably come in handy a little later.
When Dustbreaker definitely comes down, wipes out that board fairly easily. And JetLaw answers right back with the Murloc War Leader and the Rockpool Hunter to buff it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see a Scale Worm here and maybe a him just to heal up. Yeah, because he can clear. Now they're at even health.
Just a little bit of a misplay there. You could have kept the Dustbreaker on there if you killed the Murloc War Leader first and then went into the Dustbreaker into the Rockpool Hunter. Just a little bit of a misplay, but nothing that should affect him too much. But JetLaw coming up with that Divine Favor, gets 6 cards, drops down the Hydrologist. Picks up a Repentance. He's going to pass turn. And, ooh, that Skulking Geist is very tempting, especially with the 1 mana. He drops it right on down.
Yeah, gets rid of the secret.
Gets rid of the secret. He gets rid of.
Does it also get rid of the secret that was already in play?
No, it does not.
Okay. Yeah, it's turn 7. So now everyone's fearing you're fearing Tyrum and you're fearing Psychic Scream.
So JetLaw doesn't really want to know what he wants to do. He might use Divine Cleaver to take out the Take out the Skulking Geist. He's going to drop the Murloc Warrior down instead. He's going to go for that adapt for his Murloc. See what he gets.
Either you're looking for +3 or maybe Whirlwind right here. Just go face.
He gets the +3 attack. Is he going to take it out? He is. He's definitely going to take out the Skulking Geist. It's a very good board right now. Oh, he picks up the Shadow Reaper Anduin off the top. You could just see JetLaw just roll his eyes. He knew that was probably one of the worst outcomes he could have. Clears up the board easily, and now you got Kap9 just pretty much right in control of this matchup. He has so much removal that he can easily pretty much just take care of JetLaw's board. And just start punching 2 to face almost every time.
And he does have one, Kap9 does have the one Mind Blast in hand. Just put a big body on the board. 2 big bodies.
2 big bodies on the board. But you got that Sunkeeper Tarum in hand, and it looks like he probably might play that.
Is that the one that gives you Divine Shield?
Sunkeeper Tarum will make every minion a 3/3.
Yeah, I mean the Maul.
Purifier Maul gives everything Divine Shield, yes.
Okay. Do you play that? Do you play Tarum and then that? And then trade off? But then you just get Psychic Scream next turn.
With that one, though, he doesn't really know if he has Psychic Scream in hand or he might have just picked something up from. But it looks like he might be doing that play, so he's going to drop the Tarum down. Everything's at 3/3 now. He does play the Purifier Maul, so he's going to clean up the board. Punch 3 to face. Punch 2 more from the weapon itself. And then you got... Ooh. He does not have an activator for Duskbreaker, so he cannot use Massive Spell and Duskbreaker. So he will use that Psychic Screen, clean up the board. But that just puts Tarum right back in his deck.
Yeah, he didn't really get any dead draws, to be completely honest with you. He just got Tarum right off the top.
Tarum right back into his hand.
Let's check. He's running 2 Psychic Screams, just to make sure. And he got that one off of
he got
Vision,
that one.
so he still has 2 in his deck.
Yep, so he still has 2 more in his deck to use. So JetLaw decides to use the Vine Cleaver and not attack the 2 with the Purifier. And that Acidic Swamp Blue's coming down, and Hero Power is just cleaning this board up so easily.
Yeah.
Speaking of Blessing of Kings, this is not what he wanted to see.
Nah,
he has 2 Call to Arms that he still has not played. They're in his deck, and he still has not been able to pick them up. Ooh, picks up the Shadow Word Death.
Yeah,
He's definitely going to Massive Spell that. Just punch 2 to it. Kill off the dude.
he has full control right now. Anytime JetLaw doesn't have enough. And he is he's running only 1 Divine Favor. But hopefully he can get that Call to Arms. Oh, the one.
He got 1 of the Silverhand Recruits. He got put back into the deck from the Psychic Scream. It looks like he's going to put both of those down. He might, yes, he is. He's going to Sunkeeper Tarum, so everything's now at 3/3. Big Shadow Vision went straight for the Mind Blast. We already know what he's doing.
And is that game? Yeah, I think that's...
That should wrap it up, yes.
Oh, wait, no, it's not a game yet.
Not just yet.
I spoke too soon.
No. He's going to punch both those to face. He's going to hold both Mind Blasts for the next turn just to make sure he doesn't get any sort of healing off. There's the Call to Arms. A little, just too late.
And Knife Juggler was that.
Knife Juggler isn't the last, but it
didn't matter.
It did not matter at all. So Kap9 is going to finish this match. He's going to take this with a 1-0 lead over JetLaw. And that's it. That's how you beat Murloc Paladin. That's
Yeah,
just how you beat Murloc Paladin.
You stop them from having any kind of board presence, and then you hope. Kap is priest.
And there it is. The last Mind Blast, two-face, and Kap takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, so Kap is up 1 game. Let's see. So we have Secret Mage, not Secret Mage. I don't know why I keep saying that. We have Control Mage and Odd Control Warrior. So Paladin is pretty solid against the Mage. I'm not 100% sure on this Warrior because there's a lot of armor gain.
He has a lot of armor gain in that Warrior. He has 2 Brawls. He has a Baron Geddon. He has a Gorhow.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff. But
he has scroll down because he has a card in that Warrior deck that's really nice. It's a Zillion Soul Thief. So what that does is that takes a copy of your opponent's entire hand and puts it in yours. The reason why he has that in his deck is it's a hard counter to Rin when Rin is completed.
And you have
Azari in hand. So once Azari's in hand, he places Zillion Soul Thief, steals the entire hand, can drop Azari next turn, blow up both people's deck, blow up his deck, his opponent's deck, because his opponent's going to blow up his deck, but he should have more than enough armor and whatever he has in his hand to be able to finish the game out.
Okay, so Kap brings out the priest.
No, Kap9 is bringing out the mage for his game 2 against the
Odd Rogue, one of my favorite decks. I like that deck as well.
So this is actually.
Oh, that hand is nice.
That is a very good starting hand. So he's going to keep the Dire Maul, pick up a Firefly, Hench Clan Thug, and a Phantom Knight. That is definitely a very good starting hand for JetLaw.
Doomsayer early.
He does have the Doomsayer, which is something that's really good off the early game for Kap9 against the Odd Rogue.
Yeah, it'll keep Hench Clan in check. He might just play here. Actually, I think he might wait a turn. Just ping face.
Picked up a Polymorph. So that's actually going to be a very good card against Hench Clan Thug as well. So he's going to drop down the Raven Familiar. He should easily be able to pick up this with all his, the small amount of.
Yeah, the only spells are Deadly Poison and Cold Blood and Phantom Knives, which is 3.
Yeah, and then mostly every other anything like Kap9 is 4 and up. So easily should be able to win that. So JetLaw is going to Hero Power up, kill a 2/2. But Kap9 says, nope, I'm going to drop down that Doomsayer.
Yeah, control that tempo. Ooh, he does have Edwin, but he does have answers to it in his hand. And you don't want, and the scary thing about playing Edwin is sometimes you end up expending a lot of resources to make sure he's as big as possible, and then just like, here's this Polymorph. And here goes all your hard work.
So we're going to drop the Arcane Keysmith. Ooh, he has Spellbender, Vaporize, and Counterspell.
Vaporize. He picked the Spellbender.
Did he really?
I think he clicked on Spellbender. Because any kind of like buff you get, so
you got to drop down the Firefly. You got to drop down Flappy Bird. Everyone hates Flappy Bird.
Yeah. But with the clear, but he has to polymorph it. Yeah,
he's definitely got to polymorph the Flappy Bird.
Now you can go.
Flappy does not want to deal with that, especially if it gets off a Wind Fury on you, and then it's just going to pretty much steamroll if it gets the exact adapts it needs to. We'll say Wind Fury and Stealth, and then you're pretty much toasted
But the only
afterwards.
thing about it is the Mage does have a lot of AoE clears that don't target, so like that's good.
Yeah.
So you'd be looking for like Wind Fury and then like plus health or something like that to survive the onslaught. But as we see in his hand, there's Meteors and Blizzards and
Dragon's Fury too, so definitely has a lot of removal in his hand.
We might actually see the Harrison next turn just to draw 2. Oh, nice.
Nope. He's once he draw the second Dragon Fury, he knows he's pretty good. So he used the first one, gets the Blizzard, able to clear the entire board.
And now that I look at it, I think playing Harrison wouldn't have been that good because he could have just hit him with Hench Clan in the face.
Captain Greenskin coming down, so you're going to give his weapon +1/+1.
Yeah, shout outs to Shrek coming through. Oh, that voodoo dog.
And he goes, nope, you're not getting none of that. Easily chops a Harrison, picks up a Gluttonous Ooze, and another board clear.
That's...
Finishes off with the ping to the face. All right, JetLaw picks up another Tar Creeper.
Yeah, I think eventually you have to start playing some of these Fan of Knives because there's not a lot of 1-1s that the mage is going to play where you're going to get absolute value out of it. So I think you kind of have to... I think you use it next turn. Look for some draw, maybe get him low enough, and then hopefully like you get to Leroy.
I think he's pretty much realizing right now that he's on the clock right now, especially with how he knows that the mage has all these board clears, especially for the board of his size, where there's not a lot of big minions on his board. His board is just dropping small minions, beefing them up with his cold blood or deadly poison with the weapon, and just punching face. And right now he just doesn't have that board to be able to do it. So if Voodoo Doll comes down, he's going to ping the Voodoo Doll with his hero power. He's going to kill Captain Greenskin. So JetLaw has a couple options he can do, but the bad part with those options are just all this removal from Kap9 just sitting in his hand waiting for him just to use it.
Yeah. Coin.
Oh, is it time? Do you think he's going to do it? Is he going to throw out that Edwin?
I think you play Edwin here. I think this is a...
Drops down the Tar Creeper. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to play the other Fan Knives, try and cycle just a little bit more.
Oh, he wants to get the clear.
Picks up the Funkelmancer, clears the board.
Those are good. Good Fan of Knives. Got a lot out of it.
So he picked up a Vile Spine Slayer and a Funkelmancer off both of those Fan Knives. But Kap9 says, hey, I can put down tons too. Drops down the Fan Creeper.
Now we're looking for essentially... We're looking for Leroy into Cold Blood at this point, because that's game. Leroy into Cold Blood is game. I think you have to Vile Spine Slayer here.
The light protects me.
And hit him in the face for about 3 damage. But like I said, I honestly think that spell is Spellbender.
So he's going to drop the Edwin Van Cleave down. Van Cleave is now a 6/6. But
we got Doomsayer.
That Blizzard right there.
Yeah, Doomsayer
it's coming right in there. So you got Blizzard coming down with the Doomsayer. He's like,
America's favorite combo.
That combo ain't going away anytime soon.
Nah.
JetLaw he has a couple options, so he's gonna look like he's just gonna punch face with his weapon.
Yeah, look, you want to get any because he has no artificers in his hand, and he hasn't. And I don't know if he's playing. No, he's not playing that 4-mana card that lets you draw your lowest monster. I can't remember the name, but it's a 4-mana. Oh no, he is playing. He's playing 1. He hasn't drawn it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's at 11 health right now. Okay, so he can hit him.
He still has Fraudulent Strand in deck too, so that'll definitely help him be able to get at least a little bit of health back along getting more via water elementals.
Yeah, he has that Spellbender for the Cold Blood. That's a good 6 to the face.
So JetLaw just doing everything he can just to punch. And it looks like, yep, he's going to clear this board up very easily.
So now Leroy off the top wins.
Leroy off the top will win this.
And
he
Leroy off the top. What?
He picks up the Leroy.
How good are you at Hearthstone? How good are you at Hearthstone?
That is insane. Woo. That is insane. Off the top, the one card he needed in his deck to be able to beat him.
That was it.
He gets the Leroy off the top. And that is Ben Brode at his finest.
I'm
sorry to say.
Oh, my goodness.
That is Hearthstone. He had
That was it.
Oh, man,
That
that's
was
just
it.
got to hurt for Kap9. He had that just in control, even though he had low health. He was clearing the board every time.
Yeah, he
keeping
just-
control of that entire matchup.
He just couldn't get an Artificer.
He couldn't get Arcane Artificer. He couldn't get Frostlich Jaina. He couldn't even get Alex Straza to keep himself up to 15.
He couldn't even get the Witchwood Piper to help him get the Artificer. But at the same time, my man, Cap had the Spellbender, had it. So if he did, like he had like 10 health. If he would have played Leroy and then Cold Blood, he would have taken the damage boost. So he was playing around it, but he just got too low and just got smacked by Leroy.
That's Hearthstone right there. Oh man, that was a good match, but just JetLaw able to get that Leroy and.
So we got 1-1. So we got a Priest win for Cap and a Rogue win. I think we might see the Shaman. I'm thinking maybe Shaman versus Mage again.
And there it is right there. So you have Mage against Shaman.
That is
his even
Shaman, yeah, because there's my man Gen. I don't know too much about even Shaman. I played against it. One of the guys at the tournament here, Tuggernaut, he played it.
Yep.
And it's anti-aggro, so I'm not sure how it does against a control. So I feel like he kind of has to steal this one.
I believe he has to steal this one too. I mean, there's not the matches that I've seen JetLaw play is that his deck for Shaman is good at the beginning. It's always it's had good early board presence, but when we've seen him play it, it's stalled a little bit in the mid game and just been flat dead in the end game. But there are some matches that he has won with it where he's actually been able to stay steady throughout the match, pick up Hack to the Witch when he was able to be able to use that the hero power and get those extra spells he needed to actually close out the game. But all right, so right into game number 2, as you can see, Kap9 has the Stonehill Defender out. JetLaw has the Primal Fin with the little Murloc. Got his Healing Totem out. Just played the Stormforge Axe. He looks like he's going to clean up that Stonehill fairly easily. A nice little board for him right now, too.
We're either going to see the Keysmith. Oh, no, he's going to ooze. I think he's going to ooze that weapon.
No, definitely going to ooze that weapon. So, ooze the weapon. Get that weapon out of there.
He's got a lot of clear, and he does have an Artificer this time to help him gain a little bit of armor if he gets into trouble come towards the later stages of the game. He's thinking about playing that little dinosaur guy.
So, Ravasaur Run comes out. Let's see what adapt he gets with it. Ooh, he has Divine Shield, Wind Fury, and Summon 2 1/1 plants for his Death Rattle.
Yeah, I think he was pretty much wanted like can't be targeted.
Or maybe plus 3 damage too would be good, especially with the board he has. He's going to pick the Divine Shield. It's really good to keep that minion on the board in case he has a little clear for it.
Yeah.
Dragon's Fury would be very nice. Picks up Dragon Caller Alana. So Arcane Keysmith is coming down. He has.
He picked this. I think he picked Rudes. I think he picked Rudes. Oh, Mirror Entity.
All right, so he picked Mirror Entity.
I'm not actually sure how you play this turn.
Yeah, Merc Sparkle will deal 2 damage to a minion since he has no.
Oh wait, it doesn't kind of spell damage. I was gonna say.
Deal 2 damage to a minion because he has no odd cards in his hand. So does he clean up the Keysmith? Or does he play the Mad Hatter?
I guess he's struggling too, trying to figure out what kind of if he has Blizzard, essentially this board is cleared next turn.
Yeah, so he's debating on whether does he play anything? Does he pass turn? Does he play anything into this board right now to know that it can be wiped out next turn?
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to try and clean up the board on the other side just a little bit. We're going to do just that. Merkspark Eel is going to take out the ooze. As you see, mirror entities coming down, so you have a little, just a little 2-3 on Kap9 side.
Ooh,
Picks up a second polymorph. So what he's going to do, he's going to play Phantom Militia with that Echo, get two 4 taunts out.
And as weird as it sounds, it's kind of hard for this field to get over that.
Ooh, picks up the Flame Tongue Totem, which is a really good pickup for this to try and clear both those 2/4s off the board. But with that, though, he pretty much completely takes out his board as well, trying to get those 2/4s off the board.
Yeah, so he has to position it so that he can get max value out of it.
So place it between the totem and the eel. Eel gets pops up to a 4/3, able to take out one of the taunts. And it's looking like he's thinking about using the Vicious Scalehide to finish taking it out.
I think he's going to trade again. Well, he has to.
All right, so he's going to trade both totems, and he's going to punch 4 more to face.
We'll get to it's another one of the spell buffs.
Drop the Vicious Scalehide down. You're going to take out the 2/2. He's got a very nice board, and Kap9 right now has no board clears except the Meteor in hand, and it looks like he's probably going to drop that down right on the Flame Tongue Totem. As it, Flame Tongue Totem, 15 damage, right to face of the Flame Tongue. I think that's a little overkill.
They got Haggith.
And he picks up Hagatha.
But wait, you don't really want to play that right now, because is it 2 damage or 3 damage?
It's right now. It's Hagatha's Battlecry do 3 damage to every minion, or to enemy minions.
Is that something you want to play when you see Alana? Or is that something you want to play immediately?
Well, with the bad part with Alana though is like he does that if Alana is played right there.
It's more like
they go down to 5/2s and they're still alive. So. Who plays both Doomsayers? He's like, yeah, you might have just a little damage on the board, but you don't have enough for 14.
Yeah, he's like, stop me if you can.
And that puts him in a really bad spot.
You just go face with your 6 damage.
And that's what he's doing. He's going to play Hagatha. Saying he just needs just a little bit. He needed 2 more damage. He could have cleared both those Doomsayers, but he just didn't have it. So plays Hagatha, which is very good to get that tempo going for next turn if you can get it. But you got Kap9 dropping the Alexstrasza on a clear board.
Puts him at 15. Well,
Corpse Taker's a really, really good pickup. So Corpse Taker's as it comes down there, it's going to have Wind Fury and Divine Shield, but does not have the lifesteal because both
the rush monsters are gone.
Yep.
Where's my man at?
Both the Scalehides are gone.
Scalehides, yeah.
Both Scalehides are gone.
Artificer.
Artificer, get that armor up and punch 8 right to his face. Who picks up the other Corpse Taker?
Winter is here.
Ooh, picks up the Zap, which is really good to get that Artificer out.
Yeah, you got to get it
off the board.
That card is a pain in the fanny. You definitely got to get rid of that.
He has a couple plays. He could zap the Artificer, which definitely I believe he's going to do.
Yeah.
And then you could play either Argent Commander, get a little face damage going. He needs to get that armor down.
Oh, a Volcano.
Ooh, very, very good pickup from that Volcano. Oh, he picks up a Meteor, though.
Not really much to Meteor when they both have Divine Shield.
Yeah, but that Polymorph is looking very nice right now. So he's going to might just Polymorph No, it looks like he's going to ping off the Divine Shield off the Corpse Taker. Probably kill it with
Straws and then play Baron-Geddon. Like, do you do that? Like, is that?
I think that would probably be the wrong play. I think
Yeah,
probably he's just going to polymorph the Argent Commander. Just make it down to 1/1. He's still at 8/5 on the board. You know, the good thing about what JetLaw has, he has a Lava Burst. If you would have killed Alex Strazo, save himself and then another 8 damage to face.
Yeah. And then he can just.
This curse has become our greatest.
So Jen Greyman comes down. He picks up another Volcano. So that is actually very, very good for Dragon Color Alana.
Yeah.
Depending on how many large spells has Kap9 played so far.
We've seen a Blizzard and we've seen a Flame Strike so far.
So
and a Meteor.
And a Meteor. So Voodoo Doll's coming down. He's gonna wipe up the entire board, but deal 2 damage to himself in the process. But he has a 7/5 on board right now, and JetLaw picks up a Hex.
Yeah. Do you play Hex and then just Totem to get another spell?
I think that probably is one of the best plays. You have Hex to take out the Baron-Geddon. Because if Baron-Geddon stays on the board, that's literally what, 7 damage to face plus an extra 2. So he's going to play Flame Tongue Totem first just to see what spell he gets. He picks up Avalanche.
I think you just play the Hex here. There's nothing. Because, and we see that there's actually not much for Cap to play next turn either.
I mean, JetLaw is going to have to play the Hex or maybe just play the Volcano. I think maybe Hex might be the better option. With Volcano in hand, he could use that for Dragon Call on it because he has not used that many spells.
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to play. Gonna freeze it? Nah. Yeah, I think
he's going to Hex Baron-Geddon. So makes it a 0/1 with Taunt. I think that'll probably be definitely the better play. But Dragon Call on it does come down.
Only gets 2.
JetLaw could clean this
5,
board up.
10, 13, 14, 7, no. 8.
It'll be at 17 on board right now.
Yeah.
So, how lucky do you think he is? Does he play one Volcano and hope that he gets all 3 of the bigger minions until he does not have to play the second Volcano? Or does he Stormforge Axe?
Or do you play Avalanche and then play Volcano?
There's a lot of options you can do.
I feel like you play the Volcano first and see what's happening.
Yeah, so he's going to play the Volcano first, see what he can get off of minions. Oh, he gets 2 of them. So he has Avalanche in hand, which I think is probably what he's going to put down.
Yeah, he has to play Avalanche here. Is he going to go Fate? Or is he going to...
He's going to play the Stormforge Axe. That is, it's a little ballsy.
That's bold.
That's definitely bold. And then Harrison Jones right there. You already see it, the roll of the eyes right there. He's like, he knew that just hurt. Dragon Fury. The other Dragon's Fury is going to come right in now. So he has 2 board clears. And fortunately for JetLaw right now, he just has nothing in his hand that's really going to be doing any sort of damage to Kap9 right now.
He has the Volcano. Yeah, he has the Volcano. Volcano's the only play here. There's nothing else. And the one thing about it is he just has to... He has to play Volcano.
So JetLaw plays Volcano, clears Kap9's board. Now, the only thing is that right now with Kap9, all he has is board clears in hand right now and a Voodoo Doll. So it's going, it's just Fireball the Fireball face, and then that's it.
Okay, we got 2 monsters, so he can get 2. Is that a Charger?
No. So Merc Spark comes down, does 2 damage to Kap9. Picks up Ice Fishing. Fenrir Vargas comes down to beef that up a little bit. Totemic Might. He has no totems on board to be able to use it. Easily just dropping that Dragon's Fury down.
Yeah.
Clear with the board. He's gonna play the Voodoo Doll for tempo just to try and finish him off. And he does have Avalanche in hand to clear off that 1/1. Picks up an Argent Commander. So we can drop the Argent Commander down. Avalanche the 1/1. He picked up a Bloodlust.
That's what was that?
So he's gonna take out the Voodoo Doll. He's gonna punch. Oh, he's gonna freeze the Voodoo Doll. He's gonna punch for the face. Arcane Artificer comes down. He gets him that extra armor just to stay alive.
Oh my goodness!
That was like probably the best card besides Alex Draza, which was already used just to be able to keep him get that armor just up there, just for that ballista to not hit. So he picks up a Serenite Chain Gang.
He needs the rain, that rain card. He needs it.
Picks up a Feral Spirits.
We can just get pinged to the face.
Dragon Call or Alana, or correction, Dragon's Fury right there could pretty much just clear that entire board.
Yeah.
Picks up another Bloodlust.
Oh man, he was looking for
And
that.
unfortunately, yeah, he was looking for Healing Rain.
Yeah.
He was looking for just something to try and get him back in, and he could not find it off of Haggis's Hero Power.
So Cap is up.
And right now, Cap is up 2-1.
Got a win with the Priest and a win with the Mage. His Warlock is banned, so we're gonna see Warrior.
So lucky that Kap9 was finally able to get the Arcane Artificer out there to get him that health, to make sure
he got it right when he needed it.
Right when he needed it. So JetLaw did not be able to burn him down with minions. So good job on Kap9's part to just get those minions when he needed to. Had all those board clears. Had more than enough board clears for that match. So
I'm not actually sure which, does Paladin do better against all of this, odd control warrior, or do you go Shaman again?
That is actually a very good question. I think that the Paladin would probably be just better because it's just more face damage.
Yeah.
But
with all this removal and armor gain, it's
with Kap9 and the removal of the armor gain, he's also got the Town Cry to be able to bring out Rushmans into his deck, and that's, there's a lot of things that he has in his deck that could definitely counteract the Paladin, but as you could, Kap9 did.
Kap9.
As you can see, though, JetLaw is staying with the Shaman, going to try to pick up that win to try and get back into 2-2, but Kap9 is on his Warrior.
I think JetLaw thinks that if he can win this one with the Shaman, he can pull it out in Game 5 with the Paladin. I think that's the kind of mindset he's going for. And that
all right, so we have the odd taunt warrior or odd control warrior, pretty much. This taunt warrior / control warrior does not run the quest.
Yeah.
So he has a good board clear. He has a Brawl. He has a Reckless Fury in hand too, so he could use that with his armor. Not much in the way of like a Town Crier to help him out or a Stonehill Defender, but he's a decent removal right now, especially for what's in JetLaw's hand. So JetLaw drops down to Prime of Totem. He gets the little 1/1. Kap9 is like, nope, I ain't got nothing for that one, so I'm just going to armor up. So Ravstar Run comes down. Let's see what the adapt is for that one.
See what the adapt is.
So he picks up the Divine Shield. Punch him in the face, trying to get that armor down, because with this deck right here, with everything that he has, shield blocks, 4 armor from
your hero power.
Yeah, it's gonna get out of the hand real quick if he gets the armor up. So JetLaw drops down the Stonehill Totem,
he took away the 4 armor.
Yeah, so it's trying to keep that armor down, but Kap9 is like, nope, I'm just gonna armor right back up again.
Essentially, all he has to do is just keep armoring up.
So now he's thinking, do I want to clear this board? Do I want to? So actually a very big board right now. I mean, sure, it's a bunch of 1/1s and everything else like that, but those 1/1s are going to continue to just,
they're doing damage.
Ping away at you.
This is a very interesting spot. Oh, you can't play anything because your board's full. Well, you could trade off.
So that's what he's going to trade off one of the little 1/1 Murlocs. Now, what JetLaw has to be thinking is like he knows that this deck runs Reckless Fury. He knows that this deck runs Brawl. So, do you overextend? Do you draw? What do you have to drop out right now? Or do you not drop anything and just let him use one of those board clears to get it out of his hand?
Yeah, I mean, he can just keep armoring up. There's really nothing he can. He's not doing enough damage to scare him. And since he didn't play anything, he can't trade off any monsters or creatures. Well, he's chipping away at him. He's not like over health.
It picks up. Picks up the Gorehowl. He's going to put that right into his hand. So right now, JetLaw is doing just 1 extra damage over that four armor gain that Kap9 has.
That's enough. That's a plus for you.
Picks up the Stormforge Axe. So he's going to do another 5 to face. He's going to throw in another 2 with that Stormforge Axe.
Yeah. And then we're looking at, I think we're going to say a Glues and a Gluttonous Ooze and then an Armor Up. Or maybe he doesn't care. Yeah.
So he will drop down a Gluttonous Ooze, destroy this weapon, get that 2 extra armor off of it.
Yeah, it's just...
There's just a lot of things that he can do, but he's maybe just trying to bait out one of those board clears. He's trying to bait out the Reckless Fury. He's trying to bait out the Brawl.
Yeah, I think if he wants to do it, he's gonna have to get like he's gonna have to make a kind of a desperate play. Well, not a desperate play, but he's gonna have to like put some oomph on the screen.
See, this is one of these times where I think like an Arctic Commander coming down would be okay. Just at least try to punch a little bit more damage to the face.
I'm surprised we're not seeing any of these flame totems.
But that's what he's going to do. So he's going to drop down the Archer Commander, do that extra 4 to face, get that armor off of him.
Yeah. And it's got a Divine Shield, so you have to hit it once and then get rid of it. But he might not do anything. He might just shield block here.
He has a Brawl in hand, but it's looking like that's what he's going to do. So he's going to Reckless Fury, clear the entire board, get that Divine Shield off, and then use the Gorehowl to take out the Archer Commander. And use that shield block, get 5 armor right on back. He's looking pretty good right now.
He drew both of his scale highs, so there's no lifesteal.
And there's no Divine Shield
either.
either.
Divine Shield, so it's just a 3/3 taunt.
Yep. So we drop Vicious Scale High down. He's going to take out the, should be taking out the Town Crier.
Yeah. Or, yeah. You can't go face.
No, can't go face. Can't go face, JetLaw. Come on now, buddy. You know that one.
It was just like, oh, wait. It's like, can I?
Ooh.
Will we see a Baron Geddon here?
He picks up the Baron Geddon. Well, it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. Armor up, drop the Geddon down, clear that board very easily. So JetLaw has a couple of options. He can Argent Commander with the Flame Tongue Totem to take out Baron Geddon, or he could Alakir, which I think would maybe Alakir with Flame Tongue would also do it.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure.
I'm not actually sure what he's trying to do with that one too. So he's gonna.
I think you just go. I mean, I think if you're gonna make a play like this, you're just going face at this point. Like you actually stop. Oh, maybe he's trying to weaken him by letting him hit himself with 2 damage. Hopefully, catch him off guard with some burst. But he's just gonna play this big taunt. The 6.
Yeah. So Direhorn Hatchling comes out. 3/6. Going to get knocked down to a 3/4 from Baron Geddon. But again, right now, he pretty much just cleared all of JetLaw's board. So JetLaw has nothing on board right now with Cap having a 7/5 Baron Geddon and a 3/4 Direhorn Hatchling.
Yeah.
with I believe five attack from his Gorehowl as well.
Attack 2 minions.
So Core Taker is going to come down, and all it's going to do is have taunt with the like a 2 buff. But right now, Kap9, he has 2 shield slams in his hand. He's got a brawl, 2 brawls. He's got at least Starseeker still in his hand right now. He still hasn't even played yet.
Yeah.
So we put down the other Scale Hide in between both Flame Tongue Totems to get just that 5 health back. But Rabid Worgen coming down.
He needs to play another taunt.
Now, he's going to play the other Downhorn Hatchling. He's going to go back up with 4 more armor to 6 armor total. And right now, JetLaw he's drawn dead right now. I mean, you have Alec here in hand. He picks up at Chen Greymane, which is really not something he wants to see. He's definitely trying to look for Hagatha. I mean, he's looking for Lich King. He's looking for a lot of just cards that he needs to be proactive on the board, and he's just not getting them right now.
He needed a Hagatha yesterday, and he's just not.
So he buffs up. He just shield slams the Chen Greymane. He's punching face, drops down the Elise.
The old Trailblazer.
Clears up the board again with Barongeddon. 2 more.
There it is.
Finally, there's Hagatha.
Top. That's it.
Ooh. Hagatha clears the board. He needed that so bad. He was able to get it finally. Clears the board.
This match is like a boxing match. It's just like going blow for blow.
So Harrison is coming down as tempo, along with Big Game Hunters coming down as well. So you got a 5-4 and a 4-2 on board just for that tempo. Picks up a Serenite Chain Gang, which is really good to help him stop that damage. Picks up a Frost Shock, so he could freeze one of those minions.
Yeah, I think you just play the other Hatter here to try to get another spell. Hopefully get Rain. Ooh.
That was definitely not what he wanted to see.
That was spooky.
That was not what he wanted to see.
That was spooky. But he does have the Feral Spirits next turn.
He's going to drop down the other Downhorn Hatchling. He's going to clear up the both the tall minions. And then right now, JetLaw is just picks up a Sea Giant. So he's going to drop a Sea Giant down. He's going to... He has Ancestral Healing.
Yeah. Whirlwind on a...
Nope. And that will do it.
Yeah,
Kap9 takes it home.
Kap9 the champ.
Kap9, our second finalist.
Yeah.
It is set. It is set.
Yeah, that was
the final game is set.
Yep. So Kap9 wins. And
so our finals will be Kap9 against Appa.